start talking?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, Mayor Ortega, City Council members, and staff. My name is Pruitt Layton. I live in Scottsdale, and my address is on record. I'm here today to support the efforts of the Protect and Preserve Scottsdale Task Force and to encourage the Council to accept their recommendations, including requesting voter approval to extend the transaction privilege and use tax at a reduced rate of 0.15% for the additional 30 years. The proposed repurposing of the sales tax will provide much-needed resources to assist with maintaining, improving, and protecting the city's 45 parks, aquatic facilities, green belts, playgrounds, from Apache and El Dorado parks in the south all the way up to the Sonoran Preserve in the north. Some of the city parks are in dire need of maintenance and repair, and our residents have been voicing their concerns for many years, asking that the facilities in their neighborhoods be safe, modernized, and secure. I believe that the needs analysis and the revenue projection efforts put forth by the task force that have yielded a proposed 25% reduction from 0.2% to 0.15% sales tax sends a good message to the citizens of Scottsdale that their money is being well managed. I'm a volunteer steward with the McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy, and I spend a lot of time in the Sonoran Preserve. My activities include patrolling, trailhead ambassador, trail construction maintenance, firewise assessments, working with the fire department, wildlife camera deployment, and invasive species eradication. In fact, I spent a long, hard day last spring helping remove a large patch of stink net near the Lost Dog Wash. And so I've seen up close and personal how invasive species can take over an area and just how hard they are to get rid of. And by the way, if you're ever asked to volunteer for one of those projects, run away fast. It's not much fun.
Hey.
Those of us who spend time in the largest urban preserve in the United States understand and appreciate what a truly spectacular place it is. Scottsdale taxpayers voted twice to pay for the procurement of the land. Now we need to vote again to repurpose that money collected by the extension of the sales tax to maintain the trails and the trailheads, contain the invasive species, support wildland fire mitigation, provide enhanced security, and protect this critical refuge for the more than 730 types of plants and animals that call this amazing place home. And just a thought, we need to figure out how to get more people in all parts of Scottsdale to become more aware of this beautiful place so all city residents can have the opportunity to enjoy it. I lived here for many, many years and didn't even know it existed. Maybe we should consider, running the trolley from the south up to the north a few times, just so more people can get up there. Anyway, in closing, I encourage you to support the recommendations put forward by the task force tonight so the tax reduction and extension question can be put on the ballot for the November election. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Next we have Michael Vreeland and then Kristen Parrish.
So you touched on the logistics. I want to talk a little bit about the identity of what these spaces mean. So good afternoon. My name is Mike Vreeland. I'm a 10-plus year Scottsdale resident of 85257, and I'm a member of the Parks and Recreation Commission. I'm thankful to be before you today to express my support for the work and the proposal from the Protect and Preserve Scottsdale Task Force to address the ongoing needs of these exceptional assets, especially the McDowell-Sonoran Preserve and the Indian Bend Wash. So I was thinking if you ask 100 Scottsdale residents what makes Scottsdale Scottsdale, you will probably get about 120 answers. But they all might be different, but I think there's a good chance you'd hear about the people, the shopping, the arts, the weather. But I imagine that you would hear a lot about the sense of space of Scottsdale and the intangible quality of what it feels like to be a part of our community. I think that some of that intangible feel is the open spaces, specifically the Preserve and the Greenbelt area. Other cities in the metro area, we know that they long for what we've been able to accomplish with the Preserve and the Greenbelt. We know that other municipalities have tried to emulate the Indian Bend Wash's system of parks and trails and open spaces. If you were to drive by these spaces any day, you'd see the benefit that they have. They represent the identity of our city as much as Old Town or Fashion Square or the Scottsdale Airport, which, as key centers of commerce, they bring people and revenue to the city, but they can have a higher barrier of entry. The parks by design are open to all. I'm thankful for those who put in the work that resulted in the Preserve and the Greenbelt, some of whom are in the building today. I've learned a great deal about what it took to bring those spaces into being, and I've learned it took a level of foresight, vision, and perseverance that I aspire to, and now we have an opportunity to aspire to pick up where they left off and to write the definition of what a world-class city and what world-class parks look like over the next 30 years. Fortunately for us, the systems and the foundation are already in place to give us the opportunity to protect, preserve, and produce the kind of city that creates and values world-class spaces that are open to all. Part of that opportunity is for us to do our part through the extension or the repurposing of this tax. Ultimately, our citizenry cannot exist in a vacuum. We have to see ourselves as stewards of our cities and our communities. In Scottsdale, that means being stewards of the amazing spaces, which are unlike anything else in the Valley, in the Southwest. We know that. It's a part of that stewardship, if a part of that stewardship is literally less than 0.2%, that's asking very little with an incredible and unique return on our investment. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris